If you want to get absolutely jacked or shredded, the idea here is losing fat while gaining muscle mass, right? The inputs is everything. What you eat, what you consume, what you feed with your eyes, what you feed with your ears, the surroundings, right? There's a lot of things I do on a regular basis that have really helped, the flies, have really helped with the health overall, and the health then leads to a lean aesthetic physique. Things like being outside as much as possible during my breaks and eating food, right? I think these are crucial moments to take time and really focusing on the food, what we eat, because if you're in a state of anxiety, if you're in a state of panic and you have GERD, right, or you have acid reflux, the last thing you want to do is being in front of a TV, being in front of your phone, right, in an automated like manner without really paying attention to what you're eating. Also, a lot of people just bite 2-3 times and then just swallow the food without actually enjoying it. And a lot of the digestive processes with enzymes starts when you start chewing, right? So chewing your food, being in a state that's parasympathetic, that's relaxing. But not only that, we're also getting sunlight, right? We're also getting grounding. The idea here is potentiating our Chronos time. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the way of the builder. It's around 4 p.m. And I'm going to be breaking my fast. And I usually switch it up. The last few days I've been going heavy carbohydrates, not as much protein, and breaking my fast with a lot of carbohydrates. Now the last 2 days I decided to switch it up a little bit. I'm going more protein based. This right here is what I like to call, it's very easy to make. It's a meatloaf, right? It's already ground turkey, right? It's about 2 pounds of ground turkey. Usually I do about no more than a pound of meat, and I'll do micro meals or segmented windows of eating, and then I'll switch it up and eat a bigger portion. But this right here is something that's super easy to make, this meatloaf, because it already comes in a square, right? And I've been able, due to connecting with a lot of local farmers, find farmers that have really great food. I've been able to see the pastures, I've been able to see the animals 100% grass fed. So being able to, get your raw resources from those small local businesses is such a play, because it's around the same price or cheaper, right? But you know the quality that you're getting. So this is something that I'm also going to be making available online for people only within America, because when I even travel within America, I try to get it shipped from this farm. So I'll have that plug for you guys later down the line. That being said, very simple to make. We cut the plastic out, put it in the air fryer just as it is, and then what I do is either Celtic salt or sea salt, some black pepper, or I'll do some grains of paradise. I always like adding ginger, things like curcumin, and then I add things like ground cumin, coriander, and really like spicing it up with cayenne for the testosterone boosting capabilities, but also for digestion, paprika, and then I put it in the air fryer, right? The prepping time is about 2 minutes. I put it in the air fryer, then I bounce, bro. And then I come back and check on it, right, and see how it's going. Cooks about 15 minutes. And then what I do is I add, Primal Kitchen is a fantastic company, and I use their products a lot. Ketchup, barbecue. So I'll add a layer of barbecue on top, and then I'll add some raw cheddar, and then I'll put it in the air fryer for another 3 minutes. And then it comes out like this. And now we have some parsley on top, some grains of paradise, and then some sea salt. And then also have some Primal Kitchen barbecue. And this right here is going to be my meal. And I'm about to break it. It's 4 p.m. But today I haven't taken my nootropic yet. So sometimes when I forget because I'm really busy, right? Think about it. It's like the simplification of all the stuff I need to take. It's already in the containers, but even then you still have to be on top of it. So I'm going to be dialing in on the nootropics now. And this is something I'll take before my meals or early in the morning. And then something I really enjoy taking before my meals is Motivate. It's my testosterone booster, a natural testosterone booster made with 16 natural compounds, extracts, and minerals. There's nothing like it in the market. And honestly, my T levels are super high because of these natural resources, right? So I do this also motivate, sometimes in a fasted state, but I enjoy usually taking it 15 minutes before my meal, 10 minutes before my meal. Ideally also, you don't want to overdo it with the water because it'll be washing up a lot of the natural processes that our stomach uses in terms of the acids, right? So that being said, guys, an idea here also, right, is fractal eating, switching up your inputs in terms of your food on a daily basis or a weekly basis. So right now, if you ask me, Nate, how do you eat a lot of turkey all the time? I would tell you no. But I like switching it up, right? So the last few days I've been going heavier on the white meat, then I'll take time off of it, I'll go heavier on the red meat, always from this local farmer that I've been able to meet. And I have a few other farms, but they're not as good. So once you find a good product, I kind of want to stick with it. So I've been enjoying their produce a lot, but it's switching it up on the body. Yesterday I broke my fast with carbohydrates around noon, right? And I had more micro meals, carb meals. And today I'm probably going to do one bigger meal. I might have a smaller meal later, and that's about it. And then I'm going to go fast a little bit longer today. And it's also based on, I'm not going to be training hypertrophy. It's rest day. I'm probably going to walk after this meal because this is going to be a pretty heavy meal. And if this was the last meal of the day, I would probably finish it with a different supplement called Burn, which is been a game changer, taking them after the meals for the itis, for digestion, for carb assimilation, and getting rid of a lot of the uneasy feeling, the bloating that one gets when you eat big meals, right? But the idea here is simple, guys. Is making the most of your time out here in nature. Got the essentials, got the supplements, got the supplements, got the supplement on the floor, and got the supplement of the sun, right? The idea here is stacking as much as possible. So guys, this is some ideas, some tips in terms of realizing that you can eat healthy, right? You can eat in a great manner in terms of optimizing for the body, but also enjoyment. The food tastes delicious, right? And the idea here is also not wasting a lot of time in the kitchen. Usually most time I spend in the kitchen is the seasoning, and then I let the crock pot, the air fryer do the job. But honestly, I highly recommend you try this out. It's fantastic. So ladies and gentlemen, I highly recommend a few things. Going outside if you get the opportunity during work to eat, get some sun. Start eating healthy foods from local farmers, right? That not only is it the same price or cheaper than what you get at the supermarket, is you are getting the best of the best, right? Because a lot of labels in the supermarkets, and they bypass a lot of our awareness, right? They bypass our awareness. They say grass-fed, but it's not really grass-fed. It's grass-fed for a certain period of time, and then they stuff it up to make the animal fat to make more profit. So it's investing in those farmers, because if everybody started voting with their dollars, we'd be supporting more local businesses. They would thrive, and we'd all be healthier and happier. And also, guys, you need to start tapping into supplements, right? So there's a lot of things that we miss with our food, even with going to these farmers, right? And the numbers and the statistics are honestly kind of scary in terms of zinc levels being depleted, magnesium levels being depleted, iron levels being depleted. A lot of things that are essential, like silica as well, are being depleted from the soil. And sometimes it's not as much as the local farmers, but conventional farming, traditional farming, they've cut a lot of corners, and we're all as a society suffering from that. So being able to supplement, right, is honestly a no-brainer. And I do spend a lot of my resources on supplements, on healthy food, because the last thing I want to do is collect all the money and then have to spend it at the end, right? Going to the hospital because I didn't take care of myself to begin with. So guys, check this recipe out. Let me know in the comments below what you think in terms of if this is too much food, if this is the ideal way to break your fast, or if you tried the recipe and you like it yourself. Also guys, if you're interested in getting my personal supplements, the supplements I take on a regular basis that keep me dialed, that keep me full of vitality, energy, shredded as well, I'll leave the link below so you can check it out. There's nothing like it. If you know, you know.